Hi everybody, today I'm going to be doing a video that I've never done before. I'm going to be sharing with you my January favourites. So as I say, never done anything like this before, but I enjoy watching them, so I figure maybe you will enjoy watching mine. It's going to be mainly beauty products and makeup, but there are a couple of accessories thrown in here too. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with what I think I would call my winter's save and grace so far. It's winter. It's cold, it's dry, your lips get dry and chapped and sore, and let's be honest, they don't look very good. Well, I have been trying for years to find something that works, and I've used Vaseline. You saw on I posted on Instagram a lip sugar that I use just to try and keep them hydrated. Introducing Carmex. Now, I had never used Carmex before. I know, it's shocking. I got it for Christmas and I have been wearing it every night, or putting it on every night before I go to bed, and I haven't had dry lips since. So I've been doing this pretty much since I got back in January. So the first week, like the 5th of January, I can tell when I miss a night, and I've only missed 2. But oh my god, it's amazing. So this one is the Peach and Mango Burst. It is quite nice flavour. I have just bought a strawberry one, so this one will stay by my bedside, and I wanted one to go in my handbag just in case, because you know, lip emergencies. But so far haven't had any lip emergencies because this stuff is amazing. Before I've talked about the Malibu lip brand, and I really like that one, specifically because it's got SPF in it, so it's brilliant for the summer. But winter lips, it doesn't quite handle as well as this stuff. So this has been my go-to this month, and I'm sure it will continue for a while. So next, sticking on the lip theme, is my Nyx Butter Gloss. Now, I've definitely talked about this in some of my videos before. I got it sort of mid-December, and I can honestly say I've probably worn it every day since. It's just so easy to use. I've never been a fan of lip gloss, but it's not that sticky, and it just gives me a nice little colour. I'm wearing it right now, and I'm really enjoying this. I've got 2 more colours that I want to buy, and I will let you know what I think about them when I end up getting them. Not sure when that will be, but hopefully soon. So next I'm going to talk about foundations. So I wanted to try this for ages and ages. Finally took the plunge and did it. So it is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This stuff is also amazing. It's got really good coverage, it lasts really well, and there's so many different shades. I naturally am one of the lightest ones. Pale face, winter, no sunshine, what can you do? Anyway, really enjoying this. This is what I wear to work pretty much every day unless I'm feeling particularly fancy. And then I will use this one. This is the Clinique Even Better Serum. It's their clinical one. I got this for Christmas. I talked about it on my what I got for Christmas video. Oh my god, I'm wearing this right now as well, and it is honestly possibly the best foundation I have ever used. It doesn't stick to my dry skin. It stays on all day. It's radiant. I love this stuff. I think it's worth every penny, and I will be buying a new one. I knew it was going to be good because my mum has used it, but I'm disappointed in myself for not having it sooner, and I will be buying this again and again and again. I can already foresee it. So those are my foundations from this month. Eyes. This one, I don't necessarily, I could call it a January favourite, just being honest with you, because I got it, it must have been about December, and I've pretty much used it every day since. But seeing as I haven't been doing favourites up till now, I figured it's probably a good time to share it, because why not? I've used it now we're in February, in January too, and therefore it must be a January favourite, right? It is the Benefit Boing concealer. It's the industrial strength concealer, and I basically use it as a corrector. Mine is in the shade number 1. There's a shocker. But yeah, so I just put it on with my ring finger. A little goes a long way, but it's made a massive difference at just covering the sort of dark circles. I even use it on days that I don't wear any other makeup, just under my eyes, put a bit of mascara on, and I'm good to go. I don't worry about it. It stays on well, it blends in well. This stuff is top notch. Okay, again, I bought this in early December. Same haul I got this one. And potentially the NYX lipstick, I can't remember. I've been buying far too much makeup recently. But it is the Revolution Lace Baking Powder. Now, I have used setting powders for a long time, but I was watching people on YouTube and you've seen people do it for years and years and years baking. Like, I don't want to do that, don't see the point, try it. It revolutionised my life. I don't do it for very long, so I put on all of my foundation, concealer, etc. and then I just put it under my eyes, around my nose and on my chin, and then I put my eyeshadow on and then I wipe it off. So it's not on there for very long, but it makes a massive, massive difference. Like, it's shocking. I want to do an experiment where I put it on one side of my face and not the other and see how well it wears. If I do that, I will let you know, but as far as I'm concerned, it's made a massive difference. And this stuff is like, I think it's about £5, and I've been using it pretty much every day, and it's still up to here. So there's a lot in here, you get a lot for your money. I would recommend it. It's a inexpensive way to just try it out. And I got one of the beauty blend packs from Primark, and just use that to apply it. They're £1, you get 2 for £1. Give it a go. I highly recommend it. So next, I think I'm going to continue with the makeup, and then I'm going to do the skincare product that I've got. So, blushes and highlighters. I think I'm going to start with the blusher. I do have 2, but I'm going to start with this one and I'll tell you why. So this is the Milani blush in Luminoso. It's amazing. I think, in fact I'm fairly certain, this is the only blush I have used since I bought it. So it's like this. It's so pretty and sparkly and it's very pigmented, but not overly pigmented. So again, I'm wearing it right now, but I will be buying more colours. I've already saved 2 colours of this that I want. So it is not one of the most expensive ones, but it's also not one of the cheaper ones. So I think one of these is about £13. But again, it's worth every penny. It's the only blusher that I have found that I will still be able to see that it's on at the end of the day. It stays on so well. I'm impressed. I can't believe I've never used it before. I'm excited by this. Also, still cannot find the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer that I really, really want to try. It is a goal for this year to try it, so I will keep you updated on that as well. Now, the next things, and the reason I said about I have 2 blushes. These are Wet n Wild ones. So I have the Wet n Wild highlighter, and this one is in Precious Petals. And I also have this blusher highlighter palette, which is in the colours I Met Someone, apparently. So if I open these up, oh, that one doesn't open up very well. This is a gold shimmery one that's, I'd say it's not actually that gold, it's kind of, it's really hard to describe what it is actually, because it's like a combination of gold, and it looks really gold on here. Gold, bronze, but a really, really light one. Like the pigment in the shimmer lightens it up loads. But I've been using this pretty much every day since I got it as well. And this one I use probably intermittently. When I don't use this one, I use this one. These have been my go-to blushes definitely throughout January. I haven't used blushes, highlighters, haven't used any others. And this one is just a very light one compared to this one, which is more goldy but still light, if you know what I mean. It's really hard to describe, but they are both beautiful colours. And this one is definitely far more pigmented than this one, but they are both really, really pretty. So the blusher, I have used as a blusher by itself, but to be honest, I've tended to use it on top of this one, because I know that this one is going to be there all day. This one just kind of adds a little bit more shimmer. This one is quite matte and this one is very shimmery. So I don't want to use a very shimmery blusher and a very shimmery highlighter most of the time. But there are occasions where we want to look extra glowy and dewy, at which point I have used a bit of this on top. If I could use the other side of my hand here. So it is very light. It doesn't have very much pink pigment into it, but it is a very glowy, and I like just adding it a bit sort of under where my highlighter goes. I just think it adds a little bit extra. Maybe it doesn't, but I think it looks alright. Now on to my skincare. So I'm actually going to have a video coming out fairly shortly about my skincare routine, and if you caught the end of my vlog from last week, I did go into a bit of detail about kind of how I feel about sharing my skincare routine, and how I want people to remember that just because it works for me doesn't mean it will work for you, and just because it works for me right now doesn't mean a week's time it will, and that there are lots of factors that influence whether something is working in our skincare routine, so hormones, stress, things like that. So I am going to be making a video on it, but it is going to become with a beware, or just to kind of yeah, be aware that just what I'm saying works now doesn't mean it will work later, doesn't mean it will work for you. I'm really kind of passionate about sharing that fact, because it's true. But anyway, that will be coming, so keep an eye out for it. But this one I bought a while ago, and I did use it for a little bit, and then kind of, I don't know, sort of got over it, found other things to use. Anyway, I started with my new skincare routine, which I've been doing every single day since sort of mid-December. And the past couple of weeks, although my acne has been generally under control, I have had a couple around my chin, sort of around my cheek areas, which isn't really great when you're trying to highlight, because then you highlight all the spots. Anyway, we try to avoid that at all costs. Oh, I just kicked you, oh dear. But this is, and I can never pronounce it, succinic acid blemish treatment. It's the inkiest one, and it's with salicylic acid as well. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a terrible, I'll put some on my hand, a terrible, terrible colour. And it stinks. Not in a good way. I can't even describe what it smells like, but be aware, it does not smell good. But I use this after I've done all of my other skincare, put my moisturiser on, I just put it on top. And I don't know if it's, I mean, I kind of felt like it last time I used it, but it does start to help to treat them. And it being green, I think the idea is that it tames the redness, and I would say it does that too. So it's not going to get rid of them. I think the idea is that it helps to dry them up and to treat them a little bit quicker. So I have been using that, and I will keep on it. But again, I use it in combination with other things. I can't tell you for sure that this is what I've used that's worked, but it is something I have been using and have been enjoying, except for the smell. What can I say? Okay, so now we are on to the last two things of my January favourites. I keep wanting to say February, but we're only a couple of days into February. We're not there yet. And they are some things I have bought from Etsy. So this is one of them. And I'll come a little bit closer. So it's just this gold sort of teardrop pendant. It was, I think, about £14 from Etsy. Arrived really quickly. I'll share the, I'm just going to rub this in because I'm conscious that I'm going to drop it somewhere. I will put the person I bought it from down below. But yeah, it's just a really simple gold chain and teardrop. And I'm really liking wearing it. It's really easy to wear with anything. I wasn't, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't really buy gold jewellery. And now I'm becoming more of a fan of it. And it's something I've actually just been sleeping in overnight, putting on my clothes the next day and going. It's kind of become one of my like a day-to-day necklace, rather than some of the others that I've got that I wear on special occasions. This is the one that I just choose to wear and can wear with anything. Got it with my casual shirt today and something I wear to work. It works for both, and I am loving it. Now, the last thing, again, also from Etsy, is this mask. So I foresee myself wearing masks for a little while to come yet, and I am getting a little bit cautious of how many disposable masks I am going through. But I've tried fabric masks and none of them fit quite right. I'm not a massive fan of how they feel. And my sister has been wearing some of this shape. So this is like an origami style. I will find out what it's actually called, and again I will link the person I bought it from down below. but it's quite pretty. I wanted one that wasn't bright and colourful and in your face, so it's just got blue little stars and moons, and it fits really well. So I'll put it on. You can see how well it fits. Very impressed with it. Haven't worn it out that many times yet, but it is one of my January favourites. I'm looking forward to wearing it more, and I have considered buying some more from this person as well. I mean, there's lots to choose from, particularly on Etsy, of this style, but I really like how it covers everything. You don't have like gaping holes on either side. It fits around your nose, it fits around your mouth. Really, really a big fan of this. As I say, my sister has only used this kind of style of mask. She's been good and had a reusable one for a very long time, and I realising that I need to get into that too if I'm going to be wearing them for a little while to come yet. So that is that one. And that is my January favourites. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will start collating things for my February's favourites. I've got a couple more videos planned, so keep an eye out for them. If you have tried any of the products, let me know. If you do try any of the products or want any more information about them, please let me know. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye guys.